I can't believe it. This is ridiculous. Why can't I see the cardboard cutouts? Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and the last time we found out we saw a little bit of the duel between Don Quixote and the Knight of the White Moon. And this time we continue on. And even know what technique he's using? I can't move, not even an inch. You think we're all standing here like mannequins for the hell of it? Allow me to interject the positive that some were likely jealous of our friendship. Friendship so bold, especially between adventure and a knight, is bound to fight certain envious hecklers. Yes, indeed. Many did grow envious for this fellowship between us. What did she shouldn't? Stand guard. My God, don't let the words of man delude you. Yes, that's exactly what those hecklers said. We wish to maintain this true friendship for as long as possible, however. So you swung your righteous lance of justice against those who dare to attempt to wedge a divide between you two. You swung your lance. No, don't let him! Oh, villain! How dare thou employ such vile trickery again! Oh my. It seems the story was cut short. What a tragic sort they are. The priest had wished to care for them all with all of his heart only to fail. While the wild one who created this place did not care for them. You hear it too. Even today, the parade continues. Not what someone want to miss out on the Manchaland's carnival parade. It appears that our story must wait until next time. With that, Sanson lightly flicked his staff against Yashichin's posse. Most of our men stumbled for a moment before slumping to the floor unconscious. As the sitter stood there in shock, he disappeared from our sight. Blood bags and blood fiends began to fill the void Sanson left behind. I'm kind of shocked that doesn't lead right into a battle. Like, that's just story story node. Odd choice, but whatever. "40 lunacy is always very Yi-sung." Who is he? I took up my entire faction with a single flick. We didn't even stand a chance. Well, that's what I'd like to know, lass. By the way, you there. Who are you? You shouldn't put in a Don Quixote. The guy seemed very interested in her for whatever reason. But suit that scoundrel must have recognized that I'm the most dangerous threat against his villainous plan to foment evil. The sinners gathered themselves, way held the line, holding back the endless hordes of blood fiends and blood bags. He protected his men, yes, but his primary concern was to be with the horde getting into Josh's way. Well, I do not like this. I must suggest that you accompany your blood relative. Wait, what if he takes this opportunity to kill me? This young master is different, unlike the other. I know, not the type to do something like that. I just basis Yuang Shun. She was into assassins after you the moment you met. Right, I guess. If there was anyone else among my siblings, they would have sent their lackeys after us already. Maybe not even worth that much effort already. Thus, young must bow you, is all I hope, milady. Then, of course. Do you hear it? The endless melodies. I know, something wrong in Area 3. Maybe come with us, Shishun. Just a temporary alliance, that's all. It looks like neither of us are interested in the reward money dividends. So they're both here looking for something else. At least until we get what we want, we'll be fine once again until grandmother's snack runs out, right? Quite hard for someone who should be groveling us for help. And our men cleared Area 2 in less than an hour. You only got here way after we finished. Hey, we just forgot to pick something up, so we had to backtrack, that's all. I'm telling you, we wiped the floor with them in less than 30 minutes. Great, you should have no trouble cleaning up this place once I join you, right? So be a useful first-rate silver seki. Fuck's that? Why don't you? So we're quite on the even ground. Why would I grovel for help? So Shams, I'm out lost words. See the family resembles now, mate. Is that a compliment? It's an insult. We'll of course get to know Shishun later, but she's still a fun character. We'll just discuss Emile Sinclair's concerns and Don Quixote's delusions. So on that note, we don't really know how many... So, Sinclair is actually named Emile Sinclair. This Don Quixote is, I guess, first name Don, last name Quixote. But, like, it's not confirmed if, for example, if Gregor is, full name Gregor Samsa. I don't know if Crime and Punishment Rojin has a last name, but it's just interesting to see Emile Sinclair on there. He's all bluffing now the price as well, huh? He's also the one who took the barber from Area 1. No, that's not me. That's the way he talks. Saying absolutely bonkers shot with a straight face like he's the same man. It can be said that the purpose of this behavior is to guard necessary stage props, or perhaps the main cast of a stage play. In that case, we must keep our eyes on the stage play he wishes to show us. We are yet to observe the specifics of his intent. Will you kept your big mouth shut? Well, that is, I simply cannot put a stop to myself in the essence to regale thee with mine adventures. But they are truly most ingenious tales, I say. Thou may speak of them perforce, driven by villainous composure. Prithee, listen well! I shouldn't said. He could have easily taken this out if he wanted to, but he didn't. I hate this. I really don't like how it feels just playing things in the palm of his hands. Excuse me, manager. I mean, Dante. Sinclair carefully calls over to me. I'm sure you already noticed this, but I just thought I might mention it, just in case. This mission. Sinclair hesitated for a while, unsure how she word this, and looked directly at me with a degree of conviction. It's all about Don Quixote, and she's completely oblivious to it. Fie! What tragedy! What tragedy to look at a bone of blood and slip away! Yeah, it's totally torn up about when you're excitedly telling us in that duel. Oh, did I know that a request to hear my tale would have such seductive strength! It is one of my dreams indeed, yet how should I allow myself to be seduced like this? Once this mission is complete, I should train my mind to the utmost! I started Don Quixote, who was chatting away with the other sinners in her usual blissful cluelessness, and back at Sinclair. Clearly, he was as conflicted about this as I am. Yeah, I'm sure you have a good reason for not telling us what you know about her. Also, yeah. Remember? Back when we went all the way to my hometown, Don Quixote gave me one real heck of a beatdown. I'm sure everyone, including myself, remember what happened after Guido's death. Thinking back to it now, it's a bit embarrassing, but I remember what Don Quixote said when I was starting to lose control. He told me that I had to return to my senses. I'm sure it's the degree of courage and determination to rise to the occasion like that. But she stepped in without hesitation for my sake. I want to be like her. I've been trying to do my best to be like her. I probably have a long way to go, but still. It's not too much for me to hope for, right? No, I think it's a good kind of thing to hope for. Pray tell, what good kind of hope art thou speaking of? All seems to have caught thee off guard. What is it? Chatting about this contract. Has thou wised up to it as well, then? No way. Verily, there's no other way to look at this mission. It must be all about young Honglu. Dost thou see as I do? Honglu? Manager Esquire, I spy a need for thee to improve thy insight. Young Honglu's expression hath appeared quite peculiar today, and I don't see anything. What's different about him today? He hath even a dramatic reunion with his long-lost blood relative. And forget thee not about the sudden onslaught of names of his other kin, and this potent aroma of secret enmities, which may signify a tragic history of familiar trauma. I myself have nary one to call my kindred blood. I must imagine that such confrontations must be quite harrowing. Thus, Manager Esquire! Prithee, take good care of young Honglu. Verily, from a certain perspective, we are sailing through each of our own adventures, wouldst thou not say? It's true. And an adventure is very much like a journey of suffering. It is imperative that thy heart remain steadfast with the trials and tribulations of the quest. Allow me to share a tale of my own adventure to demonstrate. The tale takes place in a tavern like any other, in which Don Quixote's tale of adventure continued through our entire journey to Area 3. Some sinners and I did pay some attention to it, but we didn't find much of her story to be of any use. I love the fact that Don is... So... Like, the thing is, Donna obviously can tell that something's going on. We've seen these moments of lucidity to her that are like, you know, not necessarily lucidity, per se, but kind of like the feeling that, and Sound's been kind of pointing it out as well, that, like, something's wrong. And, like, Don's doing her best to... like, look past it, but again, I love the fact that Don, like, it does very much feel like she's in denial about whatever is going on, and how much of it has been her convincing herself that that's the case, and how much has just been, you know, Don being dumb, which, okay, obviously we joke that the characters are all dumb. None of the characters are actually that stupid. I mean, like, Don, in a couple of different Uptide stories, we see that she is quite smart. For example, Queen of Hatred. She knows, hey, I gotta work well with the Queen of Hatred. You know, need to work well because I have a high affinity for it. Lantern is saying that, you know, she's also is, hey, I'm a worker, I have to do my job here, I know how to handle this. But you still have these moments of, like, Dawn is very aloof. She's very much a goofball. You know, Heathcliff's another character that's kind of seen as a little bit on the dumb side, but he's very street smart. We haven't viewed the Uptide story of 7 Heathcliff, but, you The whole thing with that is that it's a lot of just his intuition. He kind of just has the gut feeling, and his gut feeling is usually right. There's an intelligence to that as well. So, but like, with this, Dom knows that something is up, or at least there's something in her that's telling her that something is up. The word is told the story of dancing blood fiends in the extravagant parade. God damn it, okay. I think it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Sinclair. That's not Sinclair. Sinclair was 8. Yeah, we're at a lower level, technically. The long parade, the end of which lay beyond my sight, may have appeared like a real festival full of joy and celebration for a distance. People marching in rows, singing that knew no end. The tune of the music was so hopeful, so cheerful that I almost felt myself compelled to join them and dance along to the carnival procession. If the parade in question wasn't full of shambling blood bags and the terrified sobbing and pleading of its victims, that is. Help me, please. The lies ahead. Aha! We have a new guest. Yes, we were getting so many new guests today. What lies ahead, you ask? Why, it's Dulcinea, the beautiful, the lady of the parade. Have you got any other fixes around? Brother, you still haven't learned to read the room after all this time? Only 2 possibilities there. There are the blood bags and dancing with us here, or kill the blood bags and lead it to the front. As long as we just keep moving to the front then. No, stay with us! Come on, stay with us and dance! I love the La Mancha theme. Couple of interesting things. First of all, they gain the Festive Fervor, which I believe they use in a couple of their skills. Yeah, so like, join the Joyful Parade gives you, and they get extra power with that. A little bit of extra power on Eternal Kingdom of Happiness and Manchaland. Blood Fiends with the Happy Parade are fucking terrifying. Okay, that's a bit of exaggeration, but they are very tough enemies. Shockingly so. Festive Mood really snowballs. They use, I believe it is, Eternal Nightmare, or Eternal Kingdom of Happiness and Manchaland, which, you know, that's a, what, at base, it is a, what, 5 to 17, but I believe it does also, they gain the extra power from Festive Fever for it, so they effectively get plus 3 offense level, effectively another power on top of that, Coagulated Blood, also another power on top of that. They also inflict a lot of bleed and a lot of rupture. They also heal afterwards, and then they gain some Blooming Thorn, which is basically a, well, it's a thorn effect, but it does bleed. These guys are pretty spooky. These Blood Fiends, the Joyful Parade ones aren't nearly as rough. I mean, they do have that, but I think just their other skills are not quite as powerful. We also have Shishun here. Shishun, she has, it's the same abilities as we have with Ishmael. But yeah, they're effectively the same. I think Jichun's versions are overall better. But overall, like, Jichun is very unreliable as an ally. It's nice to have her, of course, but she has a reputation for causing problems with her existence. Again, like, not going to complain about having an extra body on the field. It's always super nice to have. And that's Jichun's Crimson Spring does not gain, or is not unbreakable, which, you know, is unfortunate for her. It doesn't matter terribly much for us. I shall never leave. No, that's Whirlwind Omnimount. My bad. I shall never leave the S1. Again, we can't quite tell because our Ishmael is only up to 3, but Crimson Strike looks roughly the same. A lot of it is effects, and I don't fucking feel like reading the effects. Skill 2 is higher base. She has a higher power on it right now. It might be that she's effectively the same as, or I suppose more accurate would be to say that Ishmael's uptie 4 is equal to Jichun. More or less. Yeah, like, it's cool to have, well, okay, I would say, it's, okay, like, technically, Vergilius was our first AI companion, but the thing is that he was so strong that it didn't feel like it counted. Did I say 25? I don't think I did. I think it was just things overlapping in an unfortunate way. But someone got staggered. Faust. And then someone died, one of the Blood Fiends died to bleed before they could do anything. I forget what the conditions for Crimson Spring's attack weight are. Main target negative effects. I think extra launcher? I might be her uptie 4. Gives her another attack weight at high launcher. I'll double check that. I actually do enjoy Jichun Ishmael. It's not the best identity out there by any means, but I really love the animations to it. It's very, the synergy that it has with Haisho, Yisang is really fun. But it's fun. It is a fun. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that it's something along those lines. Let me double check. Yeah, it's at the uptie 4 that she gets an extra. The base core doesn't change. Honestly, I'll probably end up uptie 4ing Jichun Ishmael in a bit, though. Oh, the battles the sinners fought on their journey to the front of the parade! Deal with it. Parade. I feel something bougie enough. Something hoity-toity enough. Again, like, it doesn't happen often that we have AI companions, but it's really fun when we do. Man, I can't, like, Jichun's gotta be confused as hell right now. Why is this Irish-American woman cosplaying as me? I'm doing better. But, actually, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna go one more. Why not? Why not go another level? We finally found a moment of respite from Blood Fiends. I looked toward Don Quixote for a moment before turning to Faust. I had to know the answer to this question before moving forward. Faust knows why, doesn't she? Why, what caused Don Quixote to transform back then? Yes. I suppose there's no reason for this information to remain classified from you any longer now that we are here. The Blood Fiends going against the poetry was akin to a taboo. Back in the warp train, Cassidy attempts to turn Don Quixote into his kindred. In other words, a lower blood fiend attempts to turn a higher blood fiend. Didn't Moses say that there's a psychological barrier that makes it practically impossible for them to do that? Yet there was a variable then, by the name of Rocinante. As long as Rocinante remains on her feet, Don Quixote loses all characteristics and powers of a blood fiend save for her desire for blood. Then, when Manchaland sensed that Cassidy had broken the blood fiend taboo, they slipped off from their own Don Quixote. And Don Quixote, her nature as a blood fiend returned, felt a strong instinctual revulsion and fear against Cassidy, who attempted to break the taboo. That would explain her high level of aggression at the time. Then, come on, what is the end of this line? No time to cry! Go to the path ahead so our executive manager won't have to suffer these monsters. Will you not inquire further? No. I had a whole bunch of questions to ask her, but the answer to the questions did not lie with Faust. What matters now is that we keep forging onward. My lips anymore. Stuck in a smile. Your looks are getting crystalline depressing. I ain't fucking singing that. I don't sing Korean. Or really know exactly what the Manchaland theme or like the I kind of conceptually understand what's going on with it, but not really. Jesus, that is red. I think because we were listening, I think we were watching through the Crimson fucking second one. Whatever. Firefish is doing wonderfully. Man, murdering blood fiends is great. Killing vampires is great. No wonder that Buffy the Vampire Slayer lasted for so long, and no wonder Abe Lincoln got in on it. Something satisfying about it. Anyways, that will do it for this time, and next time, we shall continue. Actually, fuck it. Technically, since this one doesn't have any story to it, we'll also just grab this one. But I'll just have the cut here, anyways. Next time, I believe, we'll get to a very tough boss fight. But until then, see you guys later.